So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go after this, I'm going to try to see what's up in there on that steering box. I don't know. There's that funky thing that's got an adjustment in it too. Boy, that is some nasty stuff. Well, let me get some gloves on and maybe I can get, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. That's a good spot for that. Let's see if I can knock that, get a wire brush and clean that off. God, what a mess. I don't want to get under here with the thing jacked in there. I want to finish the steering box thing. So this knurled nut right here is apparently something you adjust. And I'm just not too terribly sure if that's an adjustment there or not. Let's go get some brushes and gloves and find out. There's the thing about headers is that there ain't no way I'm gonna get to that adjuster right there without taking the headers down. And I kind of wanted to play with the steering wheel a little bit anyway, to kind of show you how bad it is. So I'm gonna have to take this collector bit off right here, and it'll be fine. I've already cut the thing, as you can tell. It's not hard to do. You have to take the headers off this car to put spark plugs in. I should have got a set of spark plugs, but I did it not long ago. Okay, I got the collector disconnected. So here we are now. We're going straight forward, and we got that much play. And it's just squirrely driving this thing. So let's just let's see what we can do about this. A good opportunity to use the topside creeper. So I'm okay with that. That's all right. And I got to move it back a little bit, which makes it easier for me to get to the kingpins whenever I get to that. Well, it's been about 45 minutes. There are the spark plugs. They look pretty good. I don't know, what are they? R45 TS, common as dirt. And these motors might just get a set anyway. Make a note to get some tomorrow. I'm going out tomorrow. So there's the manifold bolt. Manifold can be moved back now, and you can see that it's disconnected, and I get right to that thing now. Oh, I got it on that phase. Okay, sorry. So there you go. Let's go back up and see what we're gonna do. Well, no, we're gonna try to adjust it. I actually don't know if that thing's adjustable, but every other one I've seen has been adjustable. So I'm gonna just go on that premise there. Okay, well, I know it looks rough back here, but we'll fix it. I got some exhaust paste. Fix it right up. Oh, let's get this out of my bag. Ouch. Okay, let's get this going. So now I can see that thing, and I don't know if it's slot in it or not. I know that it's 5/8. So let's just pull it out of there, I guess. I want to see what it does. Let's put this back up in this cool place here. 5/8, okay. What do we got here? Okay, I got it loose. Well, I don't know. Oh, it's dually. Yeah, that is a adjustment thing, huh? Okay, I just now got to the point where I can see that thing. Okay, well let's tighten it up some. Wow, what a day. Don't that look like a funky setup, but dang if it don't work. So here we are. And see, I can tighten that thing up. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna give it a half a turn, and that's all we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna tighten this thing up here. And that ought to be just good enough. I don't know what's right. And I can't, I don't know. Well, let's tighten this up and see. I got my chisel. Yeah, my hammer. Well, I got this off of there. It wasn't too hard. And then you end up with that big gland plug or whatever you call it. And the only thing I could think of was this tool here that I don't think I've ever used. So I went back to the grinder and I ground it to this kind of moon shape here. And it fits just beautifully. I mean, it fits like a baby doll. And I got an 11/16 wrench on it and it ain't budging. So I'm gonna take this cover off. Got me a little place to catch oil if there's any oil in it. I put oil in it one time and it didn't hold it too well. So I'm just gonna take that cover plate off, this whole thing 9/16, and just hopefully a bunch of stuff won't fall out of there. If it does, it does. I don't know what else to do. I took all the bolt flutes, all 4 of them, and I took 2 of them out, and I tapped on it and it's loose, and I just really don't know what's going to come out of here. I guess I could go look at a diagram, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't know what's going to happen here. I might slip this in the ultrasonic. I got it hot because I was pretty certain that today I was going to. Looks like there's a bellows in there or something. I think that's just grease. Okay, yeah, that's just grease. Okay, maybe it doesn't tighten up because it's tight as it can be. All right, let's. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. I really don't. Oh, there we go. I don't even know how to hold the camera. So there's something in there. What is in there? Let's go over here and look. Oh, there's a bearing and a bunch of grease. Okay. Well, we got a good opportunity to, I don't know what you can see of that in this reflective, terrible light, but there's a bearing. Let me go get some cloth and lay out what we got here. Okay, be back in a second. Oh, if I can turn it off, there it is. I've been cleaning on it and found a number. It's a, GM's always doing this. It's a 267600. I could be an 8, but I don't think it is. And then there's a 17 right there, and then some other mark. So whatever that means. And what's in there is this really lovely little captured roller bearing, needle roller bearing. That's pretty groovy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then I've got my tools back here, and we're going to try to shake this thing loose so you can tell that it's offset too. So you see how it's offset. You know, this center part's closer to over here. So let's scrape it off a little bit more, put it in the vise. I got my fancy tool I built, and I got some heat, and let's just throw it in here for a while. What's it on? Yeah, it's on dang hot. Yeah, everything took a bath and got blown out, so that's nice and clean. It doesn't look like that's clean cloth, but it is. And I cleaned these little bits here. The locking nut for that one screw I adjusted, the 4 bolts, and this thing. Most of all is this thing. So I got my tools back here, so let's see if I can crack this loose. So this thing got real hot in there, and here's my tool, and I got my pipe wrench, and I put on there, and now look at it. It just needed cracking loose. So I'm gonna count how many times, because that's about where it was. So let's count the times. 1, 13 and a half, 14, so 15 turns, a little less than 15 turns. Okay, let's put this in there and clean it up individually and get the threads clean. Now, put some Oop, get off me. Yeah, 15 turns, and might put some thread sealer on there because I think it was leaking through there too, but I don't know. Let's see. That's not the issue right now. Okay, I got my grease ready. I've got this turned back. I cleaned it real good and turned it back in 15 turns. Looks about like where it was. I got some gear lubricant here. This is for gear oil, but that seems good enough for this. And I got some Loctite for the bolts. So we're ready to go here. And since these have been ultrasonic and cleaned and everything, they sure move a lot easier. So let's get it up in there and see what it's like. Bearing all greased up. There's something on it there. Okay, and we got the gray silicone around it. I got the 4 bolts with the blue Loctite on them, ready to go. So, and I got that all wiped off. So we'll put it. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Now I can really turn this thing, and it just turns so easy. It's amazing. Well, I discovered something interesting. I tightened up the 4 bolts pretty good, and then I couldn't adjust this. So I loosened the bolts off a little bit and gave that like a 1/4 of a turn. I don't have that on there tight yet, and I don't have this on there, that locking nut on there yet. Where'd I put that thing? There it is. So we're going to go topside now, and I can't do that. I need both hands so I can hold the header up. And we're going to see what it's like. Interesting stuff here. All right, let's see what the steering wheel's like, and if it's good, we can go on the kingpins, but I think I'm going to make that a separate video. Let's see what it's like. Wow, that's entirely too tight. Okay, we're gonna I'm gonna take a little bit of a turn off the big nut and see what happens. Whoa, yeah, that ain't no good there. That ain't no good at all. But the wheel sure responds. The tires respond quicker. Yeah, that ain't no good there. Okay, I backed off a little bit more on the big nut and a little bit more on the little screw. Let's see if I can just tell. Yeah, look at that. Hey. That's pretty much perfect there. That's got to be a multitude of 6 or 7 better than it was. Look at that, just the least little, I've given it just the least little bit of turn, and the wheels are moving, and I think that's all you go for here. And look at that, see, it don't bounce around like it did. Ooh, let's just tighten that up. All right, can't test drive it because ain't got no spark plugs in it on one side or anything like that, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, that's going to be a wrap for this one. I've got that tightened in. Yeah, I ain't the first one here, that's for sure, and somebody's been hitting the case, so that thing's flat, and that's good now. So I got that going and that going. So we're gonna wrap this up, and I hope you give me a thumbs up and all that other good stuff. And we will. I'm gonna keep working, but I'm just gonna change over to kingpins here. And I don't think I'll have that ready tonight. I don't have but like an hour left. So yeah, there's definitely an oil leak. One hit me right in the nose. So we'll figure out what it is. Like I said, I got the dye in there, and we'll sort that out later. Okay, well that looks a lot better, and I know a whole lot more about it than I did. So let's drop her down a little bit and pull this wheel off and start on the kingpins. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll do something a little later, for sure. Like in about 4 minutes. Alright, bye-bye. Okay, let's pull this wheel off here and get to work on these kingpins. Ah, dang it, I didn't set the thing. Erase.